Hey, what's going on, missioners? Quick lesson that I've learned from Capricorns. I will never, ever, ever again get something from free for a Capricorn and I didn't ask them. Because if they're not grounded, they'll document that later in the future for them to try to barter from you something that they're not owed. So if you stand stern on your square, they'll try to be like, but I did this for you now. And maybe it's an Aquarius thing too. But they're more about the friendship. So they'll try to flip that in with the friendship. But the Capricorn will flip it with the business. And say, but I owe you this and you owe me that. I said, And because my moon's in Cap, I don't get folded. So this is gonna be my IGTV. So it's gonna be longer in a minute. It's gonna be a longer video. But I've realized like 2 times with a sons in Capricorn, they gave me something and then later I had to pay for it. Like when I say they gave me something I did not ask for. So they said to me, they gave me a book, they gave me money, they gave me a service, they gave me an introduction to something, and I sit there and say, but I didn't ask you though. And what's crazy is that I had a moon in Aquarius Capricorn sun say to me the same thing that I just said, that I'll take it, but I didn't ask you though. So I had to ask myself, the reason I say I'm never, ever, 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 ever gonna take something from a Capricorn or Aquarius and I didn't ask you. I didn't ask them, meaning I'm not gonna, if it's not a transaction like, yo, I paid for this and I got that, unless I never got the product or I never got the service, then I understand. But even in business, I've learned, even if I paid for something and it wasn't what I paid for, you kind of don't got the right to be like, oh, I want my money back, unless it's a certain businesses. But you can't say that and then have learned from them, have even told them out loud and affirmed them and said in multiple occasions and say, because this is the darker side of Capricorn, they'll affirm you and be like, yo, oh, you were this, that, and the third. You're man, I seen it over 3. Before I got into this video, I had to scream at the top of my lungs because I was about to black out. And I was like, so much so, after I'm done this video, I'm going to call a moon in Capricorn that asked me for something. No, that gave me something, well, not without her permission, but I just told her what my issue was. And because she felt something was wrong because she's really empathic. So she was a Virgo sun, moon, Capricorn. So Virgo cusp, actually, Virgo Libra cusp. And she paid my phone bill at the time. And I was like, yo, I'll give you your money back. She cut me off and she said, yo, did I ask you for anything back? And I said, okay. And I said, I don't want to make you feel like I stole from you or whatever the case may be. And, she recently posted, I got to screenshot that just in case. Ooh. This is so crazy that when you're dealing with the dark side of Capricorn, you got to document everything you do for them. Because if you don't, they'll try to play mind trickery bullshit on you. And you'll be like, wait the fuck, what the fuck you talking about? And then, because they do dark things in 3 or 4 steps. 1, they belittle you, either what you did or you as a whole. 2, they'll raise their title to make it seem like they're bigger than you and they're better than you in some way. Whether they got a degree, they got LLCs, they got stores, they got cars, they got oils, they got strong heart chakra issues. Not issues, but powers. Because I'll never forget, I was talking to a Capricorn sun. I think she's a Capricorn moon too, but Venus in Aquarius, similar to the Capricorn moon, sun, moon in Aquarius. She said to me, she threw so many unnecessary slick shit under the table. Like she said, you're borderline homeless. She's to me because I was sleeping there in a friend's house. She said, and she was in the same situation just a year ago. And she's in a similar situation going from house to house for free. 8th house shit though. She don't got no money like that. She is not writing her book and she wanted me to support her, but I said, yeah, fuck that. I said, you're not going to disrespect me with your mouth and then say, come support me. Weird. Where do you do that at? Because to me, I've never forget two things. What you do and what you say. And I'm very much like that Maya Angelou quote where it says, it's not what you do, it's not what you say, it's not what you think, it's how you make them feel that matters. So if you make me feel like I'm less, but you want my services, my energy, I said, we're not doing that. Because I know me. You feel me? I know me. So if I give stupendously. I give you my hours, man. And I realized, like, yo, let me see. All right. I realized, like, yo, they need me more than I. Yeah, it's not like she can do without me. But you know what's crazy? They be the first to say you're self-absorbed, and you know what's crazy? I had an Aquarius do the same fuck shit. They be like, you're self-absorbed, you're this, that, and the third, you're blah, 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 blah. And then two things they'll do. They'll teach the world what you taught them when they finally get it and it clicks for them. Or they'll act like you didn't do anything for them and benefit off of everything you taught them. So when that second point of they flip the script and try to make a title, they try to make it seem like they helped you more than you helped them. And the scariest part about that shit is that's not the truth. When you weigh it out, you're like, no, you didn't. What, where, how? How have you helped me? How? Because give me a record. And they make it seem like they're further along. I've dealt with two, like with the first spiritual Capricorn that I dealt with, she made it seem like she was so ahead. And I said, I don't have to leave my house to get paid to do what you do. So how the fuck are you ahead of me? And whenever I spoke to people about her perspective about spirituality, it was false or it wasn't that much. And I realized as a moon in Capricorn, don't try to flex your network, your money, your position, because I have all of that. I may not have the money, I may be transitioning into a wealthier state right now, but you're not gonna play me when it comes to this networking shit. You're not gonna play me when it comes to, I don't know this and I don't know this person. I said, bitch, I manifest people like that. If I want them, I could go to 100 people and say, I want your tarot card. I could barter out the fucking ass right now. But I said bartering comes with a price. I'm looking to get paid. So, this is part one. I'm going to get deep into terminology. I'm going to get in the ass. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of Capricorns and Aquarius. I'm sick of them. And I'm like, yo, it's wild to me because it's like, They be saying all this shit, and this is one thing that Capricorn and Aquarius are really good at. They're really good at painting an illusion. Like, I won't ever say I'm and the B word, the BORKE, in the same sentence. I'm transitioning. I may not have a lot of money right now, and that's okay. I'm at peace with where I am. But I've had people say, spend an hour with me. Shit clicks. So you gotta be okay with your losses. Like, I just lost a Capricorn mentee. And I was like, we were going back and forth about, oh, you know, she wanted a service. She's paid 111 for the mentorship. I'm gonna be transparent on my channel. 2 months later, she said she didn't get what she paid for. Here was my mistake. I spoke it into existence in McDonald's while I was working. And I said, I don't want you to get mad. And I said it multiple times too. Be careful what you say out loud. I said multiple times out loud, I don't want to give you more than what you paid for. And this is something, the first time no, it's not the first time I've done mentorship. I've mentored 3 people astrologically. So there were 2 people before her that didn't pay. That did it for free for. And she was the first time. Well, I can't even say that because my life coaching program is like, when people pay me to do a shot, it's like I'm mentoring them. So that's not really. When I told her it was for her first time, like paying for a mentorship, what I really meant was a month to month for astrology. That's something I've never done before. And I realized that when I spoke that into existence, it came to pass. So what I learned was that I brought that into existence. So it's my fault at the end of the day. And in the same negation, she said, I don't believe that because your style of a class, because she said she wanted a class, which could be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour long. So I could record a 30-minute class and send it to her and say, hey, this is this. But I'll never, ever, ever again accepting something for free from a Capricorn or Aquarius again. Never again. Never again. Because when you have to pay for it later, like this is, for me, it's such a trigger. Because, like, I hate people like this. My Taurus parents used to do this shit. It triggered me so badly where it was like, yo, I hate dealing with people like that. Especially if you did not ask them. It's one thing to ask for loyalty. It's one thing to ask for respect. But it's another thing to say, I didn't learn nothing from you, but I still want your services. I said, you're not getting nothing from me. Because the older spirit in her 50s did this same dumb shit. Like, she belittled me 2 times. She said, you're borderline homeless. She said, beggars are not true. Like, when we were speaking and I was asking her for something minute. And, like, I think it was some candy or some shit like that. And she said, beggars, and I said, no, I don't really like that. I like the other candy. She said, beggars can't be choosers. And I said, wait a minute. You out of pocket. I didn't say that to her in the beginning. But I said, why would you make that joke out loud? That's not even funny. And I told her then, actually, I'm never going to be a beggar. Ever. And the 4th part of Capricorn is they're going to make it seem like you're begging them. Like you were served. They would. Yeah, I said that earlier. Like you. Like that's the last straw. Like you were begging them. You were at their mercy. Part one. Never again.